that number? 800 what?
Are you behind on your taxes? The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, call now for a free credit review and a price protection guaranteed quote at 800-207-1265. 800-207-1265.
The following program does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff,
but we know it should,
or ownership of this station.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry.
Did you get it?
Get the answer to your question that's keeping you
It's
from taking action and succeeding today.
No. Right there. Right?
Hey, Elijah, you need to scoot on in.
It was underneath that for me when I saw it.
Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free
4-3.
Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hey, welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio. Today is Vendor Thursday. Should say Radio Show Sponsor Thursday. We're going to have an event tonight at 11451 Katy Freeway. That's going to be a live event from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. We're going to have vendors, going to have networking.
It's going to be fun.
Going to have great education. So come to that. Be here 6 o'clock. Want to register for the event at Right Path Real Estate. So in this first segment, joined live in the studio by the fellas from Fast Track, the Fast Track fellas.
Hello. Hey.
What's up, fellas?
It's been a good day.
Yeah, it's too early not to be, right?
Right.
Yeah. So how many miles do you drive to get in?
Probably 59.
Yeah, okay. We won't spend a lot of time on that because
you.
we only have 14 minutes. So, so what's new in the world of Fast Track?
Well,
first off, let me back up. For new listeners, Fast Track's an investor-friendly general contracting company. You don't do owner-occupied properties. If an investor is buying a property to move into it themselves, you don't do that. But what you do is you do vacant properties. If anybody's buying a property that needs work, that it's a buy and hold property or it's a buy, fix, and flip property, you guys are the guys to. So if somebody wants to be a landlord and want to take it to landlord standards, y'all have done over 800 remodels.
Yeah, close to that 800 mark.
Yeah, 700 somewhere right now.
So close to 800. So which is a big number. Whether it's 700 or 800, but the amazing thing is anybody that, I go to networking events all the time, and y'all do too. And it's like, oh man, if I could just find a good general contractor, because I had this guy and he came out and he started off really great, but then, we got about halfway through the job and he started not showing up. I mean, y'all have never had anybody say that about you guys.
Right.
I mean, that's, and I like it. Y'all just turnkey remodeling.
Yeah, so turnkey, the people, they start with us in the beginning helping with the scope. But we offer our input as well, right? So when we're walking through, because we only really work with investors on the remodeling side.
Well, and you work with a lot of new investors. I mean, obviously you have. I know you've got one client y'all have done like more than 30 houses on, and so you get a lot of repeat business, obviously, because once somebody uses you, they're going to keep using you. But you get a lot of new guys that are just getting into. And what we find, and on the real estate education side, is new guys have a tendency, whether they're landlords or they're buy, fix, and flip, is they want to do too much. And on flipping, you've got to keep in mind you want to do the absolute minimum in order to get the most number of dollars to hit that comp. And part of our training today in the class is why your comps are wrong. And we're going to be talking about the things that go into calculating comps and why most people don't look at comps the right way. It's not just about what the bank's going to lend. It's really what you're going to feel confident selling that property for. And so it's like, what's the minimum you can spend to get that top dollar? And y'all really actually talk people out of doing work when it doesn't need to be done.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't need to be done to match the comp, or it doesn't need to be done if it's a rental, to help them with their liability, increase their rental rate, or reduce their phone calls, then yeah, why do it? Right. I think some people decide, well, because I like it, or because I'd want it when I live in there, and we do help them separate themselves out emotionally away from. Try to, you can't force people to do it. Yeah. But there's a lot.
Ultimately, you let them decide that they want to do it or not. But it's like you're going to be pushing hard against that.
The only reason why we're going to do that is that we've had the opportunity and the history of 700 houses and being able to see what has worked and what hasn't. Even in the scenarios where we tried to, express like, hey, we don't think that that's necessary. Hey, that's, that needs to be done. And, oh, no, we're not going to mess with that. We've seen what 700 people, not individuals, but 700 houses where what has worked.
Yeah.
And so we've got that experience of being able to, impart that. And that's part of what education is.
So when you walk in and
right?
you see cabinets, for example, and they go, oh, these cabinets look terrible. Well, yeah, the way they are right now, but, hey, with a fresh coat of paint on it.
I want to rip them out. And
Yeah.
it's like, we got to err on the side of like, okay, what is it? Because I know you and Jason did a house, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. $400,000 house. We kept the cabinets,
right,
and painted them, and the house sold.
It
didn't have
right.
any issues with.
Right.
So I think that's a fine line, and it's a trust thing. I think for
and
people
can go to our website to see before and afters of what those cabinets could look like. I mean, fasttrackremodeling.com. There's a Flickr account link, I think, on the website. They could see that. But I've shown that to people who said that to me, and I said, okay, what do you think about these cabinets? They're like, oh, I like those cabinets. It's like, these are almost the same style as yours. They just have paint on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So new cabinets obviously is the cleanest,
of course,
freshest way to get. And if you're remodeling the entire kitchen and layout and all that kind of stuff, I mean, it's really difficult to rebuild cabinets that you're having to move around. And so at that point, it's like there's a threshold of, it probably
what you're saving versus what it's costing you just to
Right.
Yeah. So I think when people are making these decisions, it is almost every house or every type of house that they make certain decisions on, and then maybe some different decisions on other houses. We do help with that. We're not helping them to spend more money, which is what I think you're trying to get at, is that we're a contractor who's willing to say no to help them save money. We want to build a long-term relationship.
Yeah, you're not saying, hey, no, you can't do that. You're just saying, please don't do that in a lot of cases, which, and I get the end goal on that is that you really want that investor to win on that situation, because if they win, then they're going to do another deal. And, and if they won on that, and you're like...
Well, and helping them remove some of the frustrations of, being able to see the number of houses that we've done and what type of items come up on the sales side of, the inspector list, that, just trying to navigate that like throughout the entire process to where they're not surprised by anything at the end, especially if they're a new investor.
Right.
Like to help remove some of that frustration, or like, oh my gosh, it's a 43-page inspection report, which is very typical.
Yeah, right.
So
what? How'd you get it so few? Mine are normally 60.
Yeah. But I mean, just navigating that of like, okay, hey guys, this is probably going to come up on the inspection report, when you go to sell the house. And do you want to take care of it now? Do you want to, see if it's a concession type item? Those sorts of things. And I think Elijah and Mike really do try and help the investor, pick up on that in the beginning.
So what's the best phone number to get a hold of you guys?
832-742-9992.
It's so good, you got to say it twice.
832-742-9992.
Okay.
Or fasttrackremodeling.com.
Yep.
And so tell us a little bit about the process. I'm an investor. I've done it the wrong way before, and it did knock me out of the game. Now I want to do it the right way. What's the best? How do I get going with you guys?
Best
when and
order?
how?
Yeah. So get it under contract, and that's possible by knowing comps, having relationship with lending team, and then probably using the app, the Right Path Real Estate and estimating app, to be able to really hone in on what the ballpark is for those numbers, because you can't always trust what the seller's saying, or even sometimes what the wholesaler's saying, even if they didn't try to screw you over. I mean, there's a way that they may not know that certain things are in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of wholesalers out there that have never actually taken a property through the flip process. They don't really understand all the cost of doing. They don't know the holding costs. They don't know the closing costs when you sell it. They don't know the true cost of construction.
I'd say a lot of the wholesalers are just trying to put the best forward that they think it is, to help people out. And so, but somebody needs to have the right number, right? I walked out yesterday. The people walked through. The wholesaler thought it was around $55,000, and I looked at the
Let me guess, they were over.
They were
too high.
They were not over. After doing in the attic and seeing that some stuff had been stolen, actually all the plumbing and the electrical were stolen. The subfloor was about 4 inches above the slab, and it was rotted out. And anyway, other things that they thought were necessary to get to the comp, $75,000. So that's a little different. And so if
little bit.
But when we use the app got to 70 outside of the lot of the landscape they were supposed to do around there, and the other things they said they had to do, which made the 75. So I did not do a full bid actually on that house because they said anything over 60 is not going to work.
Yeah.
So I just walked them through the process.
We call that solving for the wrong X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once that's done, I mean, get the house under contract and then call us to do the estimate to have Mike or Elijah come out.
Yeah. Well, and get it inspected. Right. That's right. And then call us. Call us at the same time that you call the call the inspector first and then us, because we'd like to come out the next day.
After you've had the report and kind of gone through the report, yourself as an investor, it is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So again, give out your website address.
FastTrackRemodeling.com.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of big projects you have going on right now? Anything exciting?
We've got quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a house in Meyerland that we started that.
Is it a post-flood house?
Actually, it hasn't. I don't think it
never flooded.
I don't think so.
Are y'all seeing activity going on? And that's the other thing that I think
investors. It's the first one in a
investors.
while that we've seen.
I think it's worth to show up at the networking events to talk with you guys, because y'all are on the front end of where. I mean, if a new area is going to start getting hot, investors are going to start calling you guys, and y'all are going to see it on the early end in terms of what's going on. So I think that's another resource that y'all are for investors. That if somebody's brand new, they're like, man, I want to start learning, seeing what's going on. One of the numbers you got to get down quickly is what are the rehab costs going to be. That's one of the things you got to figure out fast.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say the southeast side, I'd say the downtown area starting to come up a little bit more. Some of those areas have transitioned a bit more than the last 3 years, which is good to see. I mean, you basically are noticing that people are taking care of their yards a little more, so it's likely that someone has bought it and moved in and done it. Maybe not even an investor, because it's not completely rehabbed, right? So some of those neighborhoods are just naturally starting to transition, I think. So an investor could go in there in some of the above I-10, east side, and other areas around there. So
okay, so I'm joined live in the studio with Elijah and my brother Jeff. They're with Fast Track Remodeling, fasttrackremodeling.com. That's fasttrackremodeling.com. But hey, it's not just turnkey general contracting. If all you need done is a roof
and AC.
Roof and AC, if it's for your own personal house. I see on Facebook from time to time people say, hey, who's a good roofer in town? And I'm like, hey, Fast Track. It's Fast Track Remodeling, but they do roofs. I mean, they'll do standalone roofs, and right now about $175 a square. Is that? And so if you don't need to know more about that, call 832-742-9992. And also if you need AC work done as well, they do AC also for standalone, whether it's for your own personal residence. So you can get investor pricing on roofs and AC for your own personal residence. So give them a call at fasttrackremodeling.com and 832-742-9992. See you on the other side of the break.
Thank you.
Mike's off.
Is that it for us?
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process.
You might want to try it.
My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home.
So I've got Michelle in. You want to do a quick mic check?
Can you hear me? Simple steps
Yep.
to get started.
Turn her up a little bit.
Jennifer
Okay.
Hernandez,
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
The
I'm
Hernandez
good.
team
How are you?
at Legacy
Good.
Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com.
All right, go ahead and talk, Michelle.
Or call
All right.
713
Good morning.
579
This is Michelle.
3611.
Okay, it sounds good.
Again,
Sounds good.
All right, great, good.
Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS
We got 2 minutes.
514497.
What you want to talk about today?
Let's talk about foundations.
If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Terrible.
Agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us.
How was the jet event? Did you go?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It seemed like it was a slightly smaller crowd than normal. Keep in mind we're live on Facebook, so anything we say is going to be on
Yeah.
Facebook. But yeah, I thought it was good. You know, Eddie and Johnny are always great to see.
Of course.
And it was hot outside, though. You know, all the vendors are
Well,
outside.
yeah, I mean,
It's July. Hello.
how's that
I
gonna-
know.
you can't get away from that.
Mm-mm.
How was the speaker?
I was actually out in the networking part during the speaker portion. So, who was the speaker?
It was a business advisor and coach.
Oh, is it the action coach guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, probably so. And I've heard him speak a bunch of times. And he's a great guy. All right.
We're not in the business.
So let's talk about appraisals, because we're gonna be talking about comps and.
Yeah, I guess we can just talk about what maybe you're gonna talk about.
I don't want to talk about that because I want them to come tonight to hear that.
I meant like table of contents wise.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
a
sure.
synopsis. And
Sure.
then,
Remember to check before.
Because you know, when I look at appraisals, you know, appraisals are going to be, you know, what a bank's willing to lend against.
Right.
And a comp really takes in more of the psychology of the buyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can talk about that then.
Yeah.
Unless that's what you're
It's going to be a lot of what I'm talking about.
Call Tom at 713
Oh, you made me snort on the radio.
Stand by.
Look for
Stand
us
by,
on
y'all.
Facebook
Stand by.
Live at facebook.com/rightpath.
All right, guys. Hot mics. Hot mic.
Hey, oh, it's hot mics now? Oh, you didn't even do a countdown.
Sorry.
All right. Welcome back to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. If you have any questions, 713-785-1817. You can go to rightpathrealestate.com. You can go to business1110ktek.com. You can even watch us on the Book of Faces at Right Path Real Estate and actually watch live what we're doing. So I'm joined now live in the studio with Michelle Imler. She is NextGen Appraisals, but she's not by herself in NextGen Appraisals.
Correct. I'm the owner, and we have 2 other appraisers, and
Yeah.
they're rock stars. They
So-
do a great job.
So when's the best time for an investor to give you a call when they're in the process of appraising?
I would say you need to give us a call to order a desktop if your numbers are really tight and you need to verify that final number, or if you just have no idea what that final number is. Call, get a desktop as soon as you can before you go forward with anything else.
Yeah.
After that, if you're sure of your numbers and you're ready to move forward, you're under contract and everything, whoever is doing the lending
Right.
or the funding
Yeah.
needs to be the one that orders the appraisal as soon as possible so that we can get it done. in
So
time
if
for
you've
y'all to
already done a
close.
desktop for the investor, and
Mm-hmm.
then a lender is going to call you, because you work, I know, for a lot of private money lenders. You work
Correct.
for a lot of the hard money lenders in town.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're well known and respected in the industry. In the
Oh,
Houston-
really?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, people talk. I mean, you know, hey, in this business, it's a pretty tight-knit community. I mean,
It
there's
really is. I got actually, you know the saying, there's no such thing as luck. It's preparation meets opportunity.
right.
And that's what happened to me. I happened to meet a really well-known lender that specializes in investment properties, and he was looking for an appraiser. And
Right.
he had heard about me through a job I did a year before that.
Wow.
And that person remembered me, referred me, and that's how I got in with them. And yeah, once you develop a reputation in this community, they'll go and find the business for you.
Yeah, right.
I mean, for a year, I never had to do any marketing for myself.
Right.
People would call me 2-3 times a day. I heard about you from so-and-so. So-and-so referred you. Blah, blah, blah. And it just built them.
It's very, very tight-knit. And that's good. And I mean, it's good if you're doing good work.
Right.
But it also weeds out. I mean, if anybody's doing shady stuff out there, I mean, it doesn't get spread, but the people in the know, they know
they're aware.
They're very aware.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be intimidated by that because, like, I've made mistakes.
Yeah, of course, right.
So it's not like you mess up one time and you're just done.
Yeah, right. Well, there's a difference between making a mistake and just being a bad business person or being a shady character, right?
Yeah.
And so so you've developed a great reputation in the marketplace. So if you've already done the desktop, then does that mean that when you do the appraisal for the lender that it's going to go faster?
Yes and no. It's more of like a heads up on the property, and I know what I'm looking at. I know what to expect. But doing a full appraisal, you still need to do a site inspection, which takes time. That didn't happen with the desktop.
And then, like site inspections, you're taking measurements of the entire property and all of that.
Right.
You know, we had one of our investors recently that said that HCAD had square footage, and when they got an appraisal done, and they were making an offer to the seller based on what HCAD had, and I think they were offering like 270, let's say. But then because it was like 300 square foot smaller.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, wow. And then so this was a student of ours, and they go, wait, does that ever happen? I'm like, yeah, it does. I mean, and it's good that you find out before you close on it on the front end, because you really should go back to the seller at that point and say, hey, what you were selling me is not really what you're selling me.
Yeah, you don't want to find out when you're buying. Or when you're selling. You want to find out when you're buying.
Yeah.
I've had, and I still remember it because I felt terrible for everyone involved. But,
did you feel terrible or terrible?
I felt terrible. It was,
as Charles Barkley would say, right?
Yeah. They thought it was a 3,000 square foot house, and it ended up being a 2,000 square foot house.
Oh, wow. They missed it by $1,000.
Yeah, HCAD had it way off.
Wow. Well, good news. They don't pay as much in taxes in the future.
Yeah, that worked out, but they definitely, that's going to skew your numbers greatly.
Oh, man.
And it didn't, I think, impact
And they already own it?
No, this was before they bought it.
So this was
pre-buy. Yeah.
So were they able to go back and renegotiate with the seller?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I gave the appraisal to a hard money lender. If they closed or not,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so the time to find that out is definitely on the front end. And so for new investors, just recognize it doesn't happen a lot. So how many appraisals do you do a week, would you say? Just ballpark.
So a week I do about 10 a week.
Yeah.
And so that's roughly 40 a month, and I would say once a month there's a property that's 400 plus square feet off.
So that's a little less than 3%, 2.5% or so, just doing the math in my head.
Yeah, I mean, you could statistically try and dodge that bullet, but eventually it's going to catch up to you.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you're doing 100 houses. I mean, that means we do this year we'll do about 150 houses. So at 3%, that's 4 to 5 houses that would bite us on. So yeah, be careful what you're buying out there. And I don't think our numbers have been that high. I mean, we've had 2 houses, I think, that in the last probably year that we have found that the square footage was off.
Yeah, I've done
it's a big deal.
It is a big deal, square footage. I've also done an appraisal before where it turns out there was a pool buried in the backyard.
Yeah.
And they were not aware.
Yeah.
And so I asked them if they wanted to bring that pool back. This is how much it would add in value. And they ended up looking into it and actually did decide to bring it back.
They brought the pool back?
They did, yeah. So
wow.
Who knows what it looked like and how long
we've buried
it been
pools
buried.
before, and once we've buried them, they're not coming back.
This was a neighborhood that was in the like 400,000 sales price range.
Yeah.
And almost every single house had a pool.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't have a pool, your competition did, and you probably weren't going to sell.
Wow.
So I think that was more the motivation than.
Yeah.
Because they were actually thinking of installing a pool.
Interesting.
And they found the pool equipment, I guess, behind some overgrown bushes. And
nice.
It's kind of a weird deal, but
it
worked out for them.
Yeah, when I had Fast Track, we were paid several occasions to remove pools for investors, mainly buy and hold investors, things like that.
Right.
And we destroyed them to the point where they're
not coming back.
They're not. And all their pool equipment was gone and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We removed all evidence of it, and it would have been probably cheaper to have just started over new.
I think they were on the fence, but because they found the pool equipment, that was kind of maybe it looks good down there. If they didn't get rid of the pool equipment, maybe they just put dirt on top of the existing system.
Yeah,
so.
Which is not the way we used to do it. Not the way it's supposed to be done.
Not how you're supposed to do it, right.
Yeah. So what are some of the big things that you see investors make mistakes when they're running their own? Because tonight we're going to be talking about why your comps are wrong. And we see a lot of mistakes that investors make. What are some of the mistakes you see investors when they're running their own comps?
I think a really big mistake that you have to take in consideration is, say your house is 2,000 square foot an appraisal will do something that's called bracketing. So you need to have a comp that's on the low end of the square footage and the high end, because you can't just adjust all of your comps up as much as you want, and you can't adjust them all down as little as you want. You're not going to get a really true, accurate number with that process.
Yeah, because what you're saying is the house you're looking at is 2,000 square feet,
Right.
and the smallest house in the neighborhood is 1,800 square feet. It may not be but like $5,000 less expensive, even though it's 200 square foot smaller. So your price per square foot is going to be higher on the smaller house, and it may be lower on the bigger house. So it's bracket. So in other words, you're not going to necessarily find the high end, the range from the most expensive house to the least expensive house. It's not always having to do with the square footage of the house. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more about, like I said, bracketing. So you need the high and low end, so you can find that number in between. Same with bedroom count, bathroom count, garage count. You know, if you have a pool, you can't use all comps that don't have a pool and just adjust up whatever you want for the pool.
Right.
You're not giving yourself any.
Yeah, you have to find evidence of what. Here's a house that doesn't have a pool, and here's a house that does. Did the house that has a pool sell for more money? And it doesn't always.
Correct.
And sometimes like, oh, it's only $10,000. Yeah, but it costs $50,000 to put a pool in. And you want to add $40,000 or $50,000, and like, no, you don't get to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. In fact, in a lot of neighborhoods, we've seen that like a 5-bedroom versus a 4-bedroom, no difference in price.
Yeah, I actually spoke about that last night at the private money lender event. And how I explain it is that it's luxury over necessity. So people are willing to pay more for necessities than they are for luxuries.
Right.
And people don't necessarily need a 5-bedroom house versus a 4-bedroom house.
Correct.
At a certain point, people are like, well, I don't really need it, so I don't really care, so I'm not going to pay more for it.
Right.
So.
In fact, we've actually, in one of our most successful flips in the last probably 6 months or so, we took a 5-bedroom house, about 2,600 square feet, took one of the bedrooms out and converted. I mean, didn't take.
You didn't like pick it up and move it?
No. We didn't reduce the square footage, but we repurposed that space and created like a big master a bigger master bathroom, a bigger master closet,
right.
and added a half bath. So used that extra bedroom for those 3 things and got a lot more value out of that than a 5th bedroom.
Right, because it's kind of like, I guess what you're going to talk about tonight is the psychology of what
Right.
people want and how they're going to buy. I always say it's not necessarily if you have more things in your grocery cart that the grocery cart now has more value.
Right.
Houses don't work like that.
Oh, that's a great analogy. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to use that tonight.
Thanks.
Yeah, because I was a cashier in high school. Was one of my previous jobs, and somebody could bring up one grocery cart and it'd be $600 worth of food,
Right.
and another person could come behind them and it's 4 different grocery carts and it's only $200 worth of food.
Yeah.
But the first grocery cart was full of nothing but meat. It was briskets and steaks and all that kind of stuff, and meat's more expensive, right?
Right.
And milk's not very expensive.
Right.
And so if you have three carts full of nothing but milk, that's going to be a lot smaller bill. So it's not necessarily about more is better.
Exactly. And also at a 2,600 square foot house, 5 bedrooms had to have probably felt pretty tight.
Yeah, it was pretty tight.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And what it was is there were 2 bedrooms downstairs, and we felt like using that just for a really nice master suite downstairs, and then all the other bedrooms were upstairs.
Was it a split level or?
No, it was just a true upstairs downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to get a hold of Michelle, she's NextGen Appraisals. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can call our office 713-346-9911. Our website nextgenappraisals.com, or on Facebook, facebook.com/NextGen Appraisals.
Okay, so for all your appraisal needs, whether it's desktop appraisals or full appraisals,
correct,
because you won't find the square footage thing on a desktop.
We're purely evaluating it from our desk,
Yeah.
and so we're making a lot of assumptions and guesses and hypotheticals. And when we go out and do the full appraisal, we know for sure what those things are going to be.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Give us a call, 713-785-1817.
Yay!
Aylert Law helps wholesalers and real estate agents get deals closed. Seller has too many title defects, too many dead people hanging around, taxman wants a slice of your pie. We work with sellers and title companies to resolve those defects and get clear to close so you get paid. No one can guarantee success, but we'll do our best. Contact Aylert Law at 346-231-1120. 346-231-1120. Paid for by Gerald Aylert, principal offices in Houston, not board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started NextGen Appraisals. NextGen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Have you ever experienced the pain of trying to get MLS comps for your hot lead? If you've lost deals waiting for MLS comps, you can understand the frustration. How much would it help you if you no longer had to wait for a real estate agent to get you the info you need to close a deal? Propelio is a brokerage website that gives you instant 24/7 access to high equity lead lists and comps with access to a network of the top real estate agents.
How much time?
Get an edge on everyone else. Get a free 7-day trial today by going to getmlscomps.com now. That's getmlscomps.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
Real estate investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational classes, networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investment.
How much time?
Come by our office or join us remotely
Oh, sorry.
as we
Sorry.
simulcast all of our educational classes every Tuesday morning and evening. For more information, call us at
Hey, thanks for covering. Sorry.
1-855-FUND
You're good. I got it. You're good.
Yeah.
Or visit our website at questira.com.
This is Business 1110. Call Tom at
All right, I'm gonna count down this time.
713-785-1817.
All right, 5.
And look
Are you going to go in order?
I'm gonna try. All right, 5.
Wait, you have to start over every time?
3, 2, 1. Hot mics, hot mic.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. So Right Path Real Estate really was formed to be able to create a community of people that are doing real estate the right way. And what that means is it means running it like a business. It means being truthful about the numbers. It means making a difference, you know, on a generational basis. Here's what I know is that Jason and I, you know, we've bought a lot of houses. In fact, it's about 400 houses in the last 4 years, which when I tell other active investors, I was speaking with a guy last night. He's out of Austin. And he averages about 2 houses a month. He's been doing that, month in and month out for like the last, 4 or 5 years. And what he's come to realize from doing this is that he doesn't really know how to get past 2 and a month, which, that's 24 houses a year. And what I'll tell you is what gets you to 50 houses a year is not what gets you to 24 houses a year. And what gets you to 100 houses a year is not what got you to 50 houses a year or even 24 houses a year. Those are different business models. And so what makes us unique in the real estate education field is that we teach not just wholesaling, because there's some people that are out there just specialize in wholesaling. They go, start with wholesaling. If you've got no money, wholesaling is the easiest way to get started because you can do it without any money, which is true. However, it's also the area that if you're going to do it well, you have to have the best marketing and sales skills. You've got to be able to outmarket and outsell all the other investors that are going after those same properties because you can't pay as much. You're at the bottom of the totem pole in terms of what you can offer a seller for those properties. That's what makes wholesaling harder. The next on that level is flipping. Flippers can pay more than a wholesaler can, but less than a buy and hold guy can. That's the reason why a lot of flippers don't even know the numbers that you shouldn't be flipping in the price range in Houston, Texas below $150,000 because you're competing head-to-head with buy and hold guys. And if you do that consistently, you're not going to have a very good business model. The other thing that we teach, we teach buy and hold, we teach buy, fix, and flip, and we teach wholesaling. And we're primarily focused on single family, not that we're anti the other markets like commercial or multifamily, things like that. We're just saying not ever, just not now. Because commercial and multifamily is more like buying a business than it is about buying the real estate. There is real estate attached, but when you buy multifamily, it's not just that you're buying real estate. It's that you're buying the business of providing housing at an affordable rate for the masses, right? That's what a multifamily, you're buying that kind of business. But when you're going to buy a business, I ask people all the time, hey, if you're going to buy a business, do you want to buy it low or you want to buy it high? And everybody says, I want to buy it low. And I said, well, then why would you be looking to buy something when it's at record high levels in the marketplace? So we tell the truth about real estate investing, what it really takes to buy 100 houses a year or what it takes to buy 10 houses a year or 20 houses a year. Here's what I know is if you're right now buying 20 houses a year and you're stuck and you don't know how to get beyond that, we can get you unstuck. But you've got to do something different. And this guy said this last night. He said, I recognize that what I'm doing is insanity because I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. A lot of you guys are loyal listeners and listen to us every day of the week, and we appreciate that. And then some of y'all listen live, and some of y'all listen later, and we appreciate that as well. Some of y'all have been to our weekend retreat, and it's made a tremendous difference in terms of how you look at the real estate marketplace and what your outcomes are. I'm really thrilled with the fact that we've got 3 students right now that are on track to have $100,000 months, month after month after month after month, because they made a decision to do something different. I want to tell you, we have an event tonight that's free of charge. It's gonna be about why your comps are wrong. You need to go to rightpathrealestate.com right now and register for that free event. It's going to be a great networking opportunity. It's also going to be a great opportunity to see vendors and ask them questions, pick their brains. We've got title companies. We've got staging companies. We've got private money lenders. We've got hard money lenders. We've got general contractors. I mean, we've got everybody that you need to be successful in the buy and hold, buy, fix, and flip, or wholesaling business. They're here. They're going to be helping you achieve your goals. But more importantly, we're going to have an event that starts tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And, a lot of times, I used to remember as a kid, I used to be amazed and go into a magic show. In fact, I got a chance to see Siegfried and Roy out in Las Vegas when I was just out of college, and watching all the things that they did to make, a white tiger disappear. They even made an elephant disappear and all those kind of things. And, I realized that there's no such thing really as magic, if you will. That it's illusions, it's sleight of hand, it's tricks, it's a lot of planning to make a magic show come off. And it's always kind of fascinating because there was a show on, and I'm trying to remember if it was channel 20 or 26, whichever one of the stations it was, but it was this show where this mass magician was showing how every single trick was done. And I know sometimes investors or wannabe investors, people that are, financially successful outside of real estate. They want to add real estate investing to their portfolio, but they don't really know how to get started because it all kind of looks like magic. All they really see is, well, you find a house and you fix it up and you sell it and you make a lot of money. And now all that looks like magic. And what we do in our weekend retreat is we peel back the curtain, almost like that masked magician, and we let you look behind the scenes and let you see what's really going on. It looks like magic from the show, from the front side, but once you see that, hey, there's nothing really magic about what we do. It's just an execution of a plan. We decided, hey, this is where we're trying to get to. This is where we want to be in a year. This is where we want to be in 3 years. This is where we want to be in 5 years. And then you put together a plan to get there, and then you execute the plan. If you decide, hey, you want to walk the Appalachian Trail, you've got to decide, hey, where do I want to start and where do I want to finish? And there may be some times along the trail that you decide to take a detour for a short period of time. But as long as you have the goal that I want to start here and I want to end here and I want to do that within a certain period of time, you're going to end up where you set out to end up. And it may not be a direct path, and there's nothing wrong with not taking a direct path. But the question is are you even heading in a direction that you want to be heading? So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got people that are going to come to our event. It's amazing to me whenever I go out to a networking event, or Jason goes out to a networking event, people go, hey, what do you do? And I say, well, have you ever heard of this company called Houston Inspired? I'm like, yeah, I've heard of it. I see billboards and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's my business partner and I. That's Jason and I. Oh, my God, how did y'all get that started? And, we tell the story. Well, this is where I was in March of 2010, and this is what happened. I started Fast Track in October of 2010, and then that led to Jason and I meeting, and we started Houston Inspires in July of 2013. And we started with this amount of money, and we didn't buy any houses for the first 3.5 months. And then, but we had this track, we had this plan, we knew where we were going. And what's interesting is we tell that story over and over again, and we just simply ask, hey, let me ask you this. I can hang out with you for 10 or 15 minutes right now and answer a lot of questions, and you're going to come away, with some good ideas. Imagine what you'd come away with if you spent 3 days with us. I mean, would it be worth $300 to spend 3 days with Jason and I, two guys that put together a real estate investing company that, bought, fixed, and flipped almost 400 houses in the last 4 years? I mean, would that be worth $300? Yeah, but Tom, I don't have the time. Yeah, that'll always be an excuse if you let it be. In fact, if you really stop and think about it, time's just one of many excuses you can use, because really any excuse will do, right? Here's the question is, Monday's coming. And is your Monday going to be any different than last Monday or the Monday before or the Monday before that? If you want your Monday to be different, then you need to plan on changing your plans for this weekend, because we're going to be sharing everything that we know Friday, Saturday, and Sunday about buy, fix, and flip, about marketing, about presenting an offer to a seller that doesn't make the seller say, you're offering what? Because it's not just about the number. It's about how you got to the number and how do you present that number to your seller. That's critical. That's the reason why we're able to buy houses the way that we're able to buy, because we're able to present it in such a way where it makes sense to the seller. 2 minutes. To where they go, oh, now I get why the number that I had in my head doesn't make any sense to you guys. And so when you understand all of those systems and processes, and you understand about the 4 different ways to make money in real estate, and we're going to be discussing all of those things at our weekend retreat. If you want to find out more about that, you need to go to rightpathrealestate.com. That's rightpathrealestate.com. You can do 2 things at rightpathrealestate.com. Go to the events section, or the events tab, and you can register for free for our event tonight. You get free food and free beverages if you register. The other thing that you can do is you can register for our free event, for our weekend retreat. It's not a free event. It's $300 to go. It's $297. If you sign up today, then you can bring a spouse or a business partner for that same $297. We also have what's called a VIP experience. You get about another 20 hours outside of the classroom. So if you spend the $297, you and a business partner or a spouse can come and listen to everything that we teach during the classroom time. But a lot of times people have questions, and they want to spend time with us outside of the classroom. So that's available on the VIP experience. You get a bus tour of properties that we're doing right now. We're going to take you on a bus tour of 3 properties. It's going to be me and our real estate agent, Audra. And it's going to be, and then you're going to get breakfast, lunch, and a really nice dinner with Jason and I, Friday, Saturday, and then breakfast and lunch on Sunday. So go to rightpathrealestate.com, sign up. Thanks for listening. Jason will be in the house tomorrow, and I'll be starting the weekend retreat. Have a great day.
Tom.
What?
You know we're going to commercial break, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes,
oh, that's right. We've got. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got one more section, don't we? I was. Yeah, you know what? That's right. Perfect.
You're so funny. All right, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah, great. Awesome.
How much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started NextGen Appraisals. NextGen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Are you an active real estate investor? If so, a real estate attorney is a crucial member to add to your team. Contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. Ehlert Law serves clients in real estate and business law with principal offices in Houston and their acquisitions and dispositions. We are equipped to serve you in your residential and commercial real estate law needs. Contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. We draft and review docs and structured transactions and represent you in disputes and litigation. Or choose one of our transaction packages to cover your sub-2, wholesale, wraps, or private financing deals. Our business and commercial services include business contracts, entity formations, and business consultations. If you need a reliable, dedicated firm to serve on your team, contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. 346-231-1120. Paid for by Gerald Ehlert, principal offices in Houston, not board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender, NMLS 514497.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
Have you ever experienced the pain of trying to get MLS comps for your hot lead? If you've lost deals waiting for MLS comps, you can understand the frustration. How much would it help you if you no longer had to wait for a real estate agent to get you the info you need to close a deal? Propelio is a brokerage website that gives you instant 24/7 access to high-equity lead lists and comps with access to a network of the top real estate agents. Get an edge on everyone else. Get a free 7-day trial today by going to getmlscomps.com now. That's getmlscomps.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110. Call Tom at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. So, talking about our event, you can go to rightpathrealestate.com, register for our event. our weekend retreat, you're basically going to get Jason and I showing everything that we did to build Houston house buyers and to buy 400 houses in the last 4 years. And if you've ever wanted to be taking a look at fixing and flipping, I go to so many events and people say, I've always, I watch those A&E Flip This House shows. I watch, HGTV. I want to do that. I mean, I just don't know how to get started. A great place to get started is show up to our free event tonight. We're going to be talking about, when you look at what are the 2 things that you've got to learn first, the very first one is you have to learn how to analyze a deal, right? That's like top 5 things. And if it's not number 1, it's really high up there. And part of analyzing a deal is what's this house worth once it's fully fixed up? Because, investors don't buy retail-ready houses. Because if they were retail-ready, they would just, you'd hire an agent and sell it, or, the seller would be selling it as a FSBO. He wants to get top dollar for it, right? We buy properties at a discount because they're not retail-ready. So if they're not retail-ready, they just look terrible. They just look terrible when we're buying them. You've got to figure out, hey, not what is it worth in its current condition, because you got to calculate that. It's what's it worth when it's fully retail ready. And you've got to be accurate on that number. And if you're going to miss that, you want to miss it on the low side, not the high side. But if you miss it too low, what's going to happen is you're not going to buy too many deals because there's other investors probably going to be looking at that same deal. So if you're buying it, you've got to calculate what's it worth when it's fully finished. And then you've got to be able to accurately figure out what is it that you're going to be able to rehab the property for. And we have an app for that. You can go to, if you got an Android, go to RPRE, and that's an Android app that you can purchase. And if you're an Apple user, then you can go to the Right Path Real Estate app and purchase that. And in less than 10 minutes, you can get, using that app, anywhere in the country within 10% of what the rehab number is going to be if you were going to have a general contractor do a turnkey remodeling project on that. So if you're going to be able to calculate your comps, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight at starting at 7 o'clock. So the networking starts at 6, but the event's going to start at 7. And so you definitely want to show up for the networking, because that's where, I remember when I first got started in this, you learn so much from the experience of other people. That's how I really started learning. And you have to start filtering, hey, this guy sounds like he knows what he's doing because he's done a lot of deals, or this guy, that's one of the things you need to be asking people, like, hey, what do you do? How long have you been doing it? How many deals have you done in the last 90 days? How many deals have you done in the last 180 days? And are you experienced with recent experience? I know people. I talked to a guy a couple of weeks ago, and he's been doing real estate for like 17 years. And over 17 years, he's bought 34 rental properties. It's about 2 a year. I mean, I wouldn't say that's super active, but you know what? That's a nice, comfortable pace. I know for a lot of people, I look at my daughter. She's 12. And imagine if she just bought, one rental house a year starting at age 18. And by the time she's 50, she'd have 32 rental houses. That's just doing one a year. I mean, that's not setting the world on fire. And 32 rental houses, by the time she's ready to retire,
30 seconds.
I mean, most of those could be paid off. At $1,000 a month net profit, that's $32,000 a month. What kind of retirement? Is that the kind of retirement that you're headed towards right now? Hey, guys, you've been listening to Right Path Real Estate. Look forward to meeting a lot of y'all tonight at our free event. Go to rightpathrealestate.com. That's rightpathrealestate.com. That's RIGHT, Right Path, PATH, realestate.com. Go there, register for the event, and I'll also see you at the weekend retreat. Looking forward to it, guys.
All right, Mike's off. Have a good day.
Thanks, Nikki. Bye-bye.
Welcome back.